I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I am making this video because I want to make the video. And I don't know about you, but in so many things in my life, I've just looked up on YouTube how to do it, whether it be a new skincare technique, workouts, recipes. YouTube has it all, from how to anything. And so something that I felt like I wanted to share on my channel, which I primarily want my channel to be light, upbeat, but the reality is life is gonna life. Life is not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. There will be trials. And so I literally found myself before looking up on YouTube, like how to grieve or how to be sad. Like there's things in life that you don't have a playbook for. You just have to live through it. But I do think that there is something to treasure about people that have gone through things before that could potentially help you in a season that you're in right now. And just something about myself is I have gone through different things in my life that has forced me to get to know myself more, get to know God more because of the trial that I had gone through. Specifically grief, and losing people, if it's an actual death or if it's even just, a relationship or something that you lost, if it's a place that you're moving, anything that can cause sadness in your life. You're not really taught on how to navigate that. They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you what to do when someone dies. They don't teach you what to do with all these feelings, especially as a woman, how to navigate through those. And yeah, there's social pressures to certain things, shove it down, keep going, whatever it may be. And I'm very much so a person that's like, keep going. I'm a personal trainer. It's what I do too. I push people, I push myself. But I also will never be one to say, don't recognize where you're at. I think that you need to 100% recognize where you're at, if it's those feelings of sadness, whatever it may be. And I'm not saying accept it necessarily, because we aren't in control of what we feel. We're in control of what we do with our feelings. But it's okay to feel what you're feeling. And so I wanted to make a video on what to do when you're feeling down. For whatever is getting you down, I want to give you some practical things that have helped me on days that I'm down. Because I don't know why, but there's many people out there that have asked me, like, do you not have bad days? Like, there was literally a sweet, sweet woman at the gym that came up to me and she was like, how do you do this? Like, how are you here every day? Are you always that way? And majority of the time, I do have a good attitude. I am joyful, and it's genuine. And that's because God gives it to me. Like, I literally am like, I can have all the things in the world maybe to be upset about, but I have all the things in the world plus some to be grateful for and about. So it is so much of a mindset that I'm constantly working on daily, and that I think all of us should be working on, because we all have our own battles, and you're not alone in them. Even if what you see on the surface level of people, you only see what's on the outside. So never think that you're alone, and we're all fighting this fight together. And so I just want to share some practical things that help me whenever I am having one of those days where I'm super down. The first things first, like I said, is to recognize it and breathe. Literally just breathe. Just be like, okay, I'm having all these feelings of whatever it may be, and ask yourself why you're feeling what you're feeling. It can very well just be a hormone thing. It's just that time and I'm just emotional. Or it can very well be you went through something traumatic. Or you can just be sad just to be sad, and you don't have to have a reason, and that is perfectly okay. So first things first is recognize that it's okay, that you're not alone, and to breathe and to recognize where you're at and that it's okay. So just take a deep breath. And then after I do that, the very first thing that I try and do is pray, because God knows my thoughts. If anyone understands, he will. So don't think for a moment that God doesn't care, because he does. And I don't think that he wants these bad things to happen to us. He can turn what the enemy meant for evil and use it for good. I've watched it in my own life. I've literally watched it happen. So pray about it. Talk to God about it. He knows your heart more than anyone else. He literally made it. He knows your thoughts. So just go ahead and talk to him about it. And if you want to verbally speak out loud, go somewhere private and talk to him. Pray in your heart. Write about it. Journal. I love journaling. If I'm ever in a rut, too, I always ask myself, when was the last time that I journaled? That is something for me where I can really check and see how I'm doing mentally, if I've been journaling or not. And if I have, I'm probably doing good. So pray about it. Recognize where you're at. Breathe. And then go move your body. Move your body. Whatever you need to do. If you want to go to a workout class, I personally am in a season of my life where I love weightlifting and I love boxing. It has helped me so much in this time in my life, and it's such a good workout. I feel strong. I feel like my heart rate gets up. And not to escape what I'm thinking, not just using it as an escape, but using it as a tool to help get the blood flowing in my mind right, and not to just sit where I'm at, and to be around people in a good environment. So go move your body. If it's on a walk, if you have some free weights in your house, or if you go take a class, go move your body. Drink some water. Another thing is to talk to someone. After you've done all those and you got a really good workout in, I'm telling you, if I'm down and I just did those things, if I recognize where I was, I breathed, I prayed, wrote about it, said, okay, I'm gonna go move my body, got a workout in, I'm automatically feeling better. Automatic. So if you're still feeling a little down, talk to someone. That's why people are in your life. And I used to not talk to people because I thought that I was just gonna be burdening them by putting my issues onto them. And that's not true. Friends are in your life for a reason. So talk to them about how you're feeling. Know that they're there for you. And even if you do feel like that, there's nothing wrong with going to a therapist. I go to a therapist. I went to a therapist for a really long time because I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody else, because I didn't want to be a burden when that wasn't even a thing. It was something that I came up with in my own head. So just go talk to someone. Just let them know what's going on in here so they can be like, hey, yeah, maybe we could work through some things, or no, you're overthinking. You need a third party. There's you, there's your brain, and so go talk to someone. Call your mom, call your friend, call your brother, call your therapist, call anybody. Call your sister. Just call someone, talk to someone, and just know that you're needed, okay? Just talk to someone. And then another thing, and this is probably my favorite, this never fails to make me automatically feel better. This is an automatic thing in my head where if I'm like, okay, I'm down, it's like a neural pathway that I've set for my own brain now that's automatic, to where if I'm feeling bad, okay, what can I do for someone else? Immediately think okay, this energy does not need to sit here. How can I flip it? I think the best way to do that is to go be of use for someone else. Go and do something for someone else. Use your gifts. Whatever that may be. Use your gifts, if that's encouragement, if it's your love language, if you're really good at arts and crafts, if you're really good at baking, whatever God has given you, that you have, let the world have it. If that's on a social media platform, if it is someone at the grocery store, someone in your community, your circle, and examples of that can literally be just going out and giving someone a compliment. That's verbal. You can go and just tell someone something that's going to uplift them, or make it an act that you're going to do for someone else. So I'm going to go and give my best friend a little basket of her favorite candy. I'm going to go and write a little letter to my friend and leave it in her bag. I'm going to write a little sticky note at my work and put it on the mirror so that people see it and it brightens their day. Anything that you can think of that would potentially make someone else's life better, do it. Do it. That still calls for you to be here because you're needed. So just little things like that. Just little things like that honestly change it all. And then know that it will pass. Know that it will pass. It's gonna pass. You don't have to worry about it. It's okay to be where you're at, but know that it's not gonna last forever. Like these feelings that you're feeling right now, all the overwhelming sense and waves of anxious thoughts, grief, confusion, sadness, all of that, you have valid reason to think all of that. But that doesn't mean that you have to stay there. I promise you it will get better. It will pass. It's just up to us on what we're gonna do in the right now. And it's okay to be where you're at. I'm not saying shove it down. That's probably the last thing that I would say, because I did that for way too long. I honestly did it for years, and it just put me way deeper than I could have been if I would have just dealt with it at the very beginning. So there are times where you just have to be strong and keep going, but you can be strong and keep going while recognizing where you're at, and that's okay, and it's gonna pass. So if that fills you with any type of encouragement on practical tips of what you can do when you're feeling down, you're not the only one, I can promise you that. Pray about it. Move your body. Move your body. Listen to some good music. Talk to someone. And know that it's gonna pass. And do something good for somebody else. Flip it. Like, all right, I'm not staying here that much longer. What can I do for somebody else? I don't care what it is. If you just text someone something nice that you're thinking that's genuine, do that. Do something for someone else. And it doesn't have to be elaborate, but if you want to be elaborate, go off. Be elaborate. But anything that is going to benefit the lives of other people. It helps me, so I'm just sharing. So hopefully it helps you. And pray about it, drink your water, do your skincare. And yeah, know that it will get better and you're not alone, and just keep on going. Okay? Love you.